Welcome back. So I hope that means that you're learning a few things and becoming comfortable with the use of Audacity. And if you like the idea of being able to add music to your audio mix, you're really going to enjoy Module 3. Well, welcome to Module 3 on how to use Audacity. And the next thing we're going to tackle is to import an audio track from an outside location. In this case, it's going to be a music track, and we're going to use that music track as a background for our audio track. So let's begin by using the same technique we've used all along to lay down an audio track. So I'm going to click on the record button and lay down a track. Hi, my name is Don Wilkerson, and I'd like to welcome you to Module 3 in our tutorial on how to use Audacity. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Again, recorded in stereo, so I'm going to come up here and split to mono, delete one side of the stereo track, and you can see we pretty much have our audio track. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in an outside track. We're going to bring in a music track, and there are several ways that you can do this. You can go to File, pull down that menu, and import. And you can see you can import audio. So we'll just say, okay, where do you want to look? But another really easy way to bring in a track, particularly if you have this stuff assembled in a folder or on the desktop, is to simply drag and drop. So right over here I have my sample music file. I'm going to drag it into the Audacity window and drop it. There you see I'm importing that audio, and there you go. I've got my, you can tell it's a little bit different than the audio tracks that we've recorded. This is a music track, and it's a little bit louder. You can see a lot more inflections. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go up here to the time shift tool or the arrow tool, and I'm going to grab my recorded audio track. I'm going to move that down a little bit, and I'm going to rewind, and let's just take a listen just to the music track for just a second and see what that sounds like. Okay, so as you can hear, it's just kind of a generic music background. I do want to remind you, you should not use copyrighted music in your audio recordings. There are plenty of sources of royalty-free music. You can go out on the internet and find lots of sources of royalty-free music. You can also purchase music clips. They're relatively inexpensive. It's important to remember that, particularly if you're creating an audio blog, a podcast, a lot of times that music becomes your audio signature. And it's a great way to establish continuity from one issue of a podcast to the next, one issue of a video to the next. So that music can become your audio signature. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back up to the time shift tool, the arrow key, and I'm going to drag now my audio recording down, and I'm going to have, as you see here, I'm going to have just a little bit of an introduction with the music, and then my audio will kick in. So let's go in here. I'm going to rewind, and then let's take a listen to that. Hi, my name is Don Wilkerson, and I'd like to welcome you to Module 3 in our tutorial on how to use Audacity. Okay, well, you can see we have multiple tracks. We have these tracks overlaid, and of course what happened is that as we got to the recorded audio track, the music was actually a little too loud. You really couldn't hear the recorded track. So what we really need is some way to lower the volume on this music track so that we can hear the audio track come through. Well, it just so happens that up here, if you click on the envelope tool and then come down, and if you click on the music track, it creates an anchor. And slide down just a little bit, click on that music track again, it creates a second anchor. And now, while you're over that second anchor, you can grab it and you can see we can reduce the volume. And we can pull that volume down to whatever level is appropriate. And now, let's rewind and let's take a listen to that. Hi, my name is Don Wilkerson, and I'd like to welcome you to Module 3 in our tutorial on how to use Audacity. Okay, so you can see it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy way using the envelope tool to make those modifications. I'm actually going to come in here and grab this again, bring the volume down just a little bit more. Now, whoops, got to be careful there. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to come back up. I'm going to click on the selection tool, and you can see this is a fairly lengthy track, so I'm going to come in here and I am going to highlight. I'm going to highlight on the music track down through here, and I'm going to hit the delete key and take that out. Okay, so you can see I've just removed a portion, the tail end of our music track. But you can see that's going to be kind of a blunt ending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that ending on the music track. Then I'm going to come up here under Effect and slide down. You'll see there are lots of different effects here, but I'm going to slide down to Fade Out. And as you can see, what that's done is that it has created a taper so that the music is just going to fade out. I could have done that with the envelope tool as well. Sometimes it's just a little bit easier with the fade out. It's a bit more of a uniform, and you can see if you wanted to fade out more slowly, you could definitely use the envelope tool for that. Okay, well, let's rewind and take a listen to how this goes. Hi, my name is Don Wilkerson, and I'd like to welcome you to Module 3 in our tutorial on how to use Audacity. So there you go, pretty straightforward. And of course you can do this just in reverse to where you have the volume going up towards the end as an outro. It's a very easy, straightforward way of incorporating music, and I think it really does a great job of enhancing the professionalism of an audio recording. So once again, we have the option of going down and saving this as a project, or we can export it as an MP3. So there you have it, Module 3, audio recording with music overlay. I'll let you practice on that, and we'll get back with Module 4 in a bit. See you later.